Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. Right, we are heading off to Devon. We have a British beer. Is it Devon or is it Dorset? It's Devon. It's Devon. We are heading off to a brewery down in Devon, and it's Utopian Brewery. And we have a can of their Vienna Keller Lager coming in at 4.8% in a 440ml can. I picked this up from Trembling Madness, £2.50. The artwork is beautiful. I don't know how well you can see that. Very, very British. And I am very, very British, so I like all that lot. Yeah, lovely artwork. They all tend to be the same kind of thing on the front, and just change the labels. You also get all that stuff on the front of the glass. This incidentally was £4.99, I think, from Trembling Madness as well. I have reviewed one of these that Dean sent me. I think it was their British lager in like a turquoisey tin. I did try reviewing their British Pilsner the other day, and it was one of them where I just wasn't feeling it on the review, and I got 3/4 I just went, oh, bollocks to this. Was the beer okay? It was a little bit underwhelming. I was hoping for it to be a little bit better, but it was alright, nothing major nasty, but I just wasn't on it that day, if you like. Like I am any day, really. So, yeah. There is lots of spiel on the back here, so I don't know if you're going to be able to, I don't even know if the camera's going to pick that up. It might be too blurry, I don't know. Shall I go for it? I'll go for it. Vienna Lager was a revelation when it was first brewed in the mid-19th century, combining Bavarian brewing techniques with paler British style malts. Once nearly forgotten style, our Vienna Keller Lager pays homage to those early beers. We use traditional decoction mash, I believe it is. I've got to touch that, yeah. It says, yeah, we use traditional decoction mash, I think that's the words, with British grown Vienna and Munich malts. Lending the beer depth and complexity. A slow cold fermentation followed by 5 weeks of lagering has resulted in a beer which is as easy drinking as it is flavourful. Copper in colour, a rich bready aroma rounded out by a crisp bittersweet finish. This is the time for the Vienna comeback. Now I do like a Vienna lager, a little bit more malty, a little bit more robust, if you like. So yeah, let's get it cracked open. I've done way too much talking now. This has been out the fridge for about 10 minutes. It does say serve chilled. This may be a little bit too cold, but we'll have to see. And hopefully this review will be better than the one that I scrapped. Surprises me how light it is. It said copper, but I expected a bit more brown, even, you know, than it is. For a Vienna lager, expected a bit more colour. So let's get it all in there. Not going to be leaving none behind, are we? Beer in a glass. It's a nucleated glass. Yeah, you look on the camera, it's copper. It's a little bit lighter to me, but it's more copper in the camera. I would have expected it to be a little bit more darker. Lots and lots of carbonation because of the glass. We've got a finger and a half of quite a fluffy sort of head on top. So let's dive in with the nose, see what we get. Oh yeah, you get that sort of bready maltiness in there, and you get that lovely sort of little spicy kick of the hops. It's got a sweetish aroma. Vienna Keller Lager, I mean, it certainly seems a bit different to a normal Vienna beer that I'm used to, but it does smell good, it does smell tasty. So without further ado, let's dive in. Cheers. Big bready notes on it. Big bready notes. Let's go in again. It's got a heavy sort of bready body to it. It is quite well carbonated. It's not as well carbonated as that may give you the impression, but it is there. Smooth and soft, to be fair, even though there is, like I say, when you look at that, you wouldn't expect it to be smooth in the mouth, but it is smooth. It's nice and soft. It's got a lovely bready maltiness to this, and it's a light sort of bready malt. You sort of think of bready malts to be, I don't know, they always seem a little bit heavier, or that bready maltiness seems quite heavy. This feels quite light, although it has got a decent body, if that makes any sense. I'm probably making no sense at all, but it just got a lighter feel to it. Bready, malty, white bread it is for me. I'd say that's a white bread sort of feel to it. I think they said bittersweet finish, yeah. And that's what you're getting. You're almost getting, you get that hop in it at the start on the nose, and it sort of makes you think there's going to be a big sort of bitter, spicy, peppery sort of kick to it, but there's not. And that bitter sweetness that they are on about, that is exactly what you get. It's balanced off with that sort of bready, sweet maltiness, but there's just that little tickle of a bitterness in there. It's a delicious beer. It's a really nice beer. I would have expected it, but this could just be me, I'd have expected it to be a little bit darker, but that is beautiful. That really is a decent drop. 4.8% is nowhere really, to be honest. It's exceedingly drinkable, as you can tell. I mean, it says serve chilled. Like I say, this doesn't feel that cold in the glass now, but you could get away with that being colder because the flavours in this beer are all there. It really is just like a good, solid sort of German style lager, if you like. Yeah, would I recommend it? I would. It's a lovely beer. It's just thrown me a little bit because I expected it to be a little bit more darker, a little bit more, pardon me, a little bit more robust, if you like. But it's just a good bready sort of, says Vienna Keller lager, but it's a good bready sort of German style lager. So for me, Utopian Vienna Keller lager, coming in at 4.8%, is well worth picking up. It gets the thumbs up from me. Like I say, I said it was lighter, and it is because, like, a beer like this, if this was brewed in Germany, it'd be a little bit more weighty, it'd be filling you up. This has got that sort of lighter feel, but you do feel the weight of it. So yeah, like I said, thumbs up from me. I would highly recommend it. If you've had it before, let me know what you think. Feel free to comment. Feel free to subscribe. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again soon on another beer review. Cheers.